Hi everybody, this video is intended to get us a little bit more familiar with the details of the course and also to walk us through the Canvas page that we're going to be working with all semester. So to access Canvas from the Mount SAC homepage, you're going to go ahead and click Sign In. There's a link to go directly to Canvas. So when you click on that link, it'll prompt you for your user ID and your password. When you enter that in, you'll go straight to the dashboard. This is my dashboard. Yours will look slightly different with the different courses that you're enrolled in if your instructor is using Canvas this semester. So if you go ahead and click on our course, Math 160 for Spring 2021, you'll go ahead and see something that looks a little bit like this. This is the instructor version. I'm going to go ahead and click Student View so you can see what it looks like from your end. So here is our Canvas homepage. It has at the very top recent announcements. You can click on those every week. There'll be an updated announcement for what to expect coming up in the week. And then as you scroll down, we have our header here. You're in pre-calculus, and then here are some important links that are going to remain there throughout the semester. Now before we go ahead and dive in to the Canvas page, let's just pause for a second and talk about the pre-calculus course that you have signed up for. Pre-calculus, the name of the course really gives it away. This course is intended to get you ready for the calculus sequence. We're going to cover a lot of different types of functions. We're going to study them algebraically, graphically, numerically. There's definitely a lot of material to get us ready for that calculus sequence, but don't worry, you can do it. Let's talk about how the class is going to be run. Since it's an online class, things are going to be a little bit different. So before each class, before each Zoom session, you're going to watch a required video lesson, and those are going to be accessible through the Canvas website. Then during our Zoom sessions, we will do a brief recap of the material that was taught in the video lesson. I'll answer any questions that you had about the lesson, and then we might cover some additional problems in that topic, or we might jump into a new topic depending on the day. But much of the time, though, in class is going to be dedicated to you working on the assignments or other activities that I have created in small groups with your classmates. So that's just a brief overview of what to expect on sort of a day-to-day basis. To get more details, you're going to want to go ahead and read through the entire syllabus. Now, how do you find the syllabus? What's going on now? Back to our Canvas webpage. So what you're going to want to do is start at the beginning. You're going to want to go ahead and click on the Getting Started link here, which is sort of an orientation. That may be how you access this video in the first place. So the first part of this introduces myself a little bit, and then there is a video that's walking you through the course details and how to navigate Canvas. And then to move through, you're going to go ahead and click Next to continue this module in regards to the orientation of the course. So what course technology we're going to be using, and there's a Getting to Know You survey, so you're going to go ahead and continue to click through this module. So now I'm going to take us back to the home page. So you're going to want to spend some time going through the Getting Started module. The next button here is going to take us directly to a module that has Zoom links. So the live link to the class every day, the live link to the office hours, which are going to be on Wednesday afternoon, and then the previous class's Zoom links are also there. Back to the home page again. The next button that we see is a schedule, and that schedule is an overview of the entire semester. So just what's happening week 1 on a specific day, what we're going to be talking about, and what assignments are due that day. So if you kind of like to see everything on one page, sort of a course overview in terms of what we're going to cover and assignments that are due, that is the schedule. And the next button here is going to take us to just all of the modules. So all of the modules here, you can see at the top there was the Zoom links, there was the Getting Started, but the main module that you are going to want to look at is weekly schedules. So if you go and click on Week 1 Schedule, what I will be doing each week is putting a detailed breakdown of what's going to happen each class. So Tuesday, February 25th, what should you do before class? What can you expect to happen during class? And then what you are going to be working on after class. And here you're going to have direct links to those assignments. Perhaps there might be a quiz. So you're going to have direct links to getting to all those different places here. So you're really going to want to carefully read through each bullet point for each day to know what's happening that week. So these will be posted the previous week, probably at least 2 weeks ahead, so you can see what to expect. But you do know in general what to expect because of that entire semester schedule that I already went ahead and showed you. So now I'm going to go ahead and go back. Another way to access modules is over here off to the left. So there's kind of two places to get to it. Modules here, modules here. And then the next module is class resources. So class resources is, if you click on the first one, it's a list of all the documents that you're going to need. So the blank documents of the notes that we're going to be working through both in the videos and live in class, copies of the completed notes for your reference. And then if I go ahead and click next to move along in the module, there's also all of the blank assignments that you can go ahead and either print out and work on, or you can go ahead and download to a tablet type of device to write on. Student solutions, and we'll get to that. And then my instructor solutions, which will eventually be posted after the course or after the class in which we work on that particular assignment. So that is class resources. And then finally quizzes. That will be where you access your quizzes as they happen throughout the semester. So these are just nice kind of bullet points of the main resources for the Canvas page. Again, you can also access a lot of this stuff on the left side. So announcements, you can get to it up here. Previous announcements, you can click on here. You can access the syllabus under the syllabus link. So it is directly embedded in this page, and you can sort of flip through the course syllabus here and take your time reading it. And then below here, Canvas does this nice sort of course summary where it shows you what's due on each day of the class. So there's a lot of different places where you can see what's coming up and what is due for the course. So let's go ahead. Then there's modules, assignments, yet another place where you can see all of the assignments, when they're available, when they're due, how many points they are, and then of course where you can see your grades. So here, this is grades for test students, so your score will be posted here as the semester goes along. You can see how many points it's out of. At the very bottom, it does give you a summary of how you're doing in each category, and then your overall total grade. Alright, so the last module I want to go ahead and have us take a look at that I want to make sure we don't overlook. And one of the things you can do is you can condense these modules. So the module I want to go ahead and take a look at is this trigonometry self-paced unit. So trigonometry is a prerequisite of the course. And because it's a prerequisite of the course, when I usually reach that chapter in a regular course, we move through it really quickly. But what I've come to realize is that students are at all different places in their trigonometry knowledge because you've all come from different previous courses. And so rushing through it for some people works just fine because they just took trigonometry last semester. But some people haven't seen it in quite a while. So what I decided to do was make an entirely self-paced unit. So this is a unit that is required. You do have to move through this unit, but you're going to do it independently on your own time. So this collection of videos and assignments, there are 8 videos and 2 assignments. They are due by the end of the 8th week of the semester. So there are 8 videos. They're due by the end of the 8th week. A really good idea is for you to go through the videos once a week, right? Move along at a steady pace, 1 video a week, and really make sure that you know this content. So if you just took the course last semester, then maybe you can move through it a little bit quicker. But if you haven't seen it in a while, you can really take your time and make sure that you understand the trigonometry. So In week 9, we're going to move into applications of trigonometry. So it's really important that you take the time to move through this unit at a pace that that will help you understand that information, because we're going to need it in week 9. There is a quiz to take when you are done with this unit. Again, at the beginning of week 9, there will be a quiz on this material. And if you have questions on it, you're always encouraged to come to office hours to ask those individual questions. But I just wanted to make sure and talk about this because there won't be any discussion of this material directly in our Zoom sessions. You have to attend office hours to ask specific questions related to the content that is provided in this unit. Alright, so here we are back at the home page. You're going to get a lot more details about the course after reading through the syllabus, so I encourage you to do so. We will talk more on the first day about the syllabus and any questions that you have. One of the last things I just want to go ahead and do, since we are looking at this Canvas homepage together, is looking at the top left over here. It says Test Student. Here it'll either have your picture if you have already set your picture. Otherwise, you can go ahead and click on it. And you can change your picture under Profile, which I ask you to do if at all possible. If you can upload your picture, it'll help me put a face to the name. If not, maybe put a picture of your pet or just kind of a fun picture that'll help me get to know you a little bit better. But the last thing I want to mention here is the Notifications tab. So if you click on Notifications, of course it says Access Denied because I'm in Student View. I'm going to go back to my page under Notifications. Still doesn't want to let me do it. Okay, here we go. I want to just go ahead and show you how you have the ability to change what notifications you get for each topic, so that you just don't get bombarded with a ton of emails all the time, or if you have the phone app, get notified all the time of things that you're not super interested in. So if I were you, I'd kind of go through each of these course activities and take a look at what the default is for giving you notifications about these things. So I would definitely do things like turn on grading notifications. Everybody wants to know when they get a grade posted. So that's something that I would have on notify immediately. But there are some other things that perhaps I don't want information about all the time. The next thing I want to mention is that I've heard that the recommended browser to use with Canvas is Firefox. Now, I personally use Google Chrome and I don't have any issues, but I have heard that the recommended browser is Firefox. So if you happen to be on a particular browser and things aren't showing up correctly, then I would recommend to maybe switch to the Firefox browser. And finally, if you happen to be a student in my Math 160 plus 16 course with the co-requisite support course, know that there is a second Canvas page for the 16 resources. So under courses, you're going to go ahead and see Math 16. It will be under your published courses. Right now, it's a little early in the semester, so I haven't published it yet, but you'll see another Canvas for the support course. All right, hopefully this was some helpful information for you. And again, as always, if you have any questions, please email me.